So going down the line of the hierarchy of planning, again, this is what's called business strategy. You have your vision and your mission, and underneath that you have your goals and objectives. So what are our goals, right? We've identified who we are. We identified what we want to be. Now let's talk about what our goals are. And you can have a goal, you can set a goal for yourself however you want. You could say, for example, I want to launch a line and I want to make $1 million this year. Okay, well, let's write that down. Let's see if it's achievable. Because with goals, you have objectives. And in order to achieve your goals, let's break it down. In order to make $1 million in the fashion industry, all things being considered equal, you have to sell, this is what an objective would be, 25,000 people something at $40. Okay, can I sell something at the price point of $40? Can I create something that's retailable at that price? And if so, I have to find 25,000 customers throughout the course of the year. Break it down. How many customers is that per month, per week, per day, per hour? Okay, when you write down an objective, make sure there's a few things that make an objective work. First, it has to be written down. Second, it has to be tied to a specific time frame. 1 year, 18 months, 6 months. So write it down. It has to be tied to a specific time frame. It has to be realistic. Okay, so when I say $1 million in the first year for a fashion brand, we'll talk about this later, but it all also depends on your marketing budget and a lot of other factors that go into it. But let's be realistic. Let's say you want to make $100,000 in sales in the first year. That's a very realistic number for a startup brand that no one's ever heard of. So when you're writing down your objective now, it has to be realistic, tied to a specific time frame, and quantifiable, meaning it has to be measurable. We measured it by the numbers. $100,000 in a year, $1 million in a year. That's what's called something that's quantifiable. So as long as it's quantifiable, tied to a specific time period, written down, and realistic, that is the building blocks of an objective. So in order to make that $100,000 in sales for the year, okay, $100,000 and let's say a retail price point of $40, you have to sell 2,500 people something at $40 to make $100,000 in sales that year. But the point is, write it all down, think about it, plan it, because at the end, the consumers don't buy what you're selling, they buy why you're selling it.